Good morning, welcome back everyone. As always, we're here doing some Magic Arena videos. And today we are looking at a top deck, a recent tournament winner, Bant Aggro. Need another G in there, silly us. Yeah. So it's a classic twist on a deck that we've seen around quite a bit. A little bit different in terms of the creature control. Primarily before we were using exiles or just trying to outbash our opponent and not doing any removal. However, in this go we've got 2 Frilled Mystics, which I appreciate, and 3 Mass Manipulations, which is absolutely terrifying if you can get the mana base for it. We also have a Time Wipe brought in. When things get a little bit too tricky for us, we can reset. We also have Thrashing Brontodon just for that, enchantment or artifact removal if it gets really bad as well. We have Finale of Glory, so that is really good to finish with. I think we had 11 4/4 Angels yesterday in our practice match. We're still rolling with the Krasis, and we've also incorporated Entrancing Melody. So just gain control of target creature with converted mana cost X, and it costs 2. Other than that, we still have our Shalai, we still have our Nissa, we have all of our mana ramp still. Incorporated Teferi as well, because why not? He is just a game breaker at this point. Let's get into it. As far as strategy goes, we're just looking to increase our mana base, get Nissa out, double our mana base, and then we've got a few different options to finish because our manas will be 3/3 with Vigilance, and if we can grab some of our opponent's creatures, 20 life's not really that much, to be honest, especially if he's ramping with you. So we get our 2 land and 2 mana creatures. Unfortunately, unless we draw some sort of... No, we play first. Alright, so we've pulled our forest. We'll play our Paradise Druid first, just because it has hexproof here. So we won't see that immediate removal, he'll have to wait. And chances are we're seeing a Thought Erasure. So Shalai or Teferi. I'm expecting Shalai, but probably Teferi because we can play him next. Yeah. So we'll actually play Shalai this turn, and that should protect us at least for one more turn. So now we're impervious to Thought Erasure. He also can't kill our Druid. Shalai is his only target. Cast Down won't do it because he is a legendary. So, a little bit of trouble there for him. He could have a Tyrant Scorn, bounce it to my hand. We will open up with an attack. Seeing our 5 points of damage and choosing to end our turn as we don't want to thin our hand too much. You never know when the opponent has a Ritual of Suit or Cry of Carnarium, even though our Shalai would be protected from that. Shalai is a wonderful creature against black. Ender's tapped, and we're still just doing our attacks here. Really, our Brontodon is situational, so we don't really ever want to play that unless it's getting some sort of value through a sacrifice. We're just going to attack and see where that lands us. Use our mana here. Busy day. I wish our opponent would hurry up a little bit. All right. Another great hand. We'll begin tapped. Just having a little bit of a conversation with a friend who invited us on a last-minute overnight hiking trip. We agreed to do it. It's a little bit of a drive. Unfortunately, he wants us to take our car down a wicked gravel road, which I don't think is going to happen. And he's a little antsy. He wants to get out here right away. We lost our Incubation Druid, which is a bummer. And at this point, we'll pay the life for Teferi just to get a draw in. I'll actually take it plus, so he has to strike with everything. So we're definitely taking action, taking the damage, which is less than ideal. Let's see if he hits our Teferi at all. 1, 2, 3. We go to 4. He's coming straight for me. Throwing our Incubation Druid out into a tap land. Down to 9 health, which is extremely unfortunate. Red kind of gets us. It's a good matchup for red. Very much so. That's probably a good game. Not much we can do about that. We have to give him the cards, even though we did. It's still over. Probably due to our distracted mindset, I would assume. It's definitely over. Try to buckle down here. That is one of the bummers about having one of these mana creature decks, is that it is very weak against the burn spells / removals, because we really rely on the extra mana to ramp into our Nissa, then which further ramps us into, say, our mass manipulation here. Hello, Roma. It's our play. Thank you. Playing into our Incubation Druid. We've seen an immediate shock, which is pretty aggressive. Unfortunately, I'm not sure it's worth putting our Brontodon out before to bait. Yeah, he's casting that on his main phase as well. So he will probably have more trouble dealing with our Brontodon here, unless he rocks a Lava Coil as well. Which, I mean, why not at this point, right? So we're seeing a Pyromancer, possibly into a Light Up the Stage or Skew the Critics. I believe, or he would not be waiting around. Pretty tough call, I guess. 3, this will be our 4th, so that can come in tapped. And we will save our Brontodon to defend, to protect us from another Spectacle. Seeing his 4th land into a get 2 Lava Runner. Obviously blocking his Lava Runner. I'm sure he'll have a additional shock to play on us. which is fine. That's another 2-for-1 for us. Oh my goodness, more Light of the Stage. 2 Steamkins, which I'm not so sure will do him any good. So we play our Nissa into a land. We then attack because it has Vigilance. And now we tap our land for Incubation Druid. So a little bit of a combo there. Or an additional value, I should say. Obviously going to play second Steamkin. And the Pyromancer goes straight to me, which I will not block. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take control of all 3 of his creatures, I say. Three, 6, and 4 should be 10. Oh no, 3. 1, 2, 3. Attacking because we have Vigilance now. And Massive Manipulation should have just won us the game here. So definitely one of our finishers. Took everything he had. Keep it positive. Really appreciate your name for starters. And we'll keep because we have our turn 1 Llanowar Elf. Obviously going to be Thought Erasured and losing a Nissa. No Thought Erasure. So we will come in tapped as we don't have a play for 4, but we will use our Incubation Druid. Ramping in quite nicely into a search for a Skonta. This opens up an early Nissa. Very nice. Quick wins, we always appreciate that. Let's see if we can't get one more. A little bit of a shorter video today. I have a lot of things to get ready for this overnight hiking trip. I'll have to drop you guys my Instagram link so you can check that out if you like. If not, I'll be back later tomorrow. Probably in the afternoon sometime. And a couple things to do tomorrow as well once we get back, but hopefully we can get you guys a video in the evening there, right? So we have no 3 play, so that lets us play our tap land free of consequence. And we did actually pull a Nissa and Entrancing Melody, so let's see what we can take from our friend here. Gaining life, got quite a few gates on deck. I will continue just to ramp and take a little bit of damage here. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 life or mana on field. So we could easily take his ram away. Taking quite a bit of damage here. So he costs 3, so this will be 5. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Taking his ram away from him. Only a 2/2 on my side of the field, though. Let's see what we have this turn. Cleansing Nova. Nice. Very, very nice. Into an Incubation Druid. Into a plus Nissa. Into an attack. Bring our opponent back down to 20. Gaining a life, drawing a card here. Oh wow, whenever a land enters the battlefield. I read that wrong. Pretty cool card, to be honest. I mean, we'll just adapt, I guess. Nothing else to do. Shalai is absolutely a huge help. Continuing to build. Oh yeah, I could buff all our guys in the moment. Let's see what we have to do next turn, though. Our opponent continuing to draw, which may save him. Sacrificing 2 lands, unfortunately. And then we can do this, just to get some value out of said lands. If we can survive this turn without taking any damage on our Nissa, we should win the game. He could draw Shock or a Lightning Bolt. He's looking for that Shock, obviously. He did not get it. That's absolutely aggressive. Grabbing 9 lands. They almost all come in tapped, though. My single land does have Indestructible, which is a lot of fun. And I will also plus with my Teferi this turn to see what we can minus next turn. I have Indestructible as well, so Gates Ablaze can fuck right off. I don't think all the guild summons in the world are going to help him. And why does he have 93 cards in his deck still? Oh my lord. What is happening? That is huge. I'm down to 36 already, bud. That's absolutely incredible. Maybe he was getting milled once and he's like, never again will I get milled. Putting all my cards in my deck. Which makes me wonder, how do you have the land ratio figured out so well? I guess that doesn't really matter at this point. Obviously, getting rid of his ram. Just for some additional value. That's a good game. Yeah, so we made out really good today with this deck. Obviously, it's a top-ranked standard tournament deck. So no surprise there. He's drawing a ton of cards, which is quite cool, but unfortunately, his unblockable 1/3 I don't think is strong enough. He will equip it here last second, or not. I might have. That's a mistake. What do you do, right? Other than quit after that. It's like, shit. So we crawl our way up to Platinum 3. It's good to see. Like I said, it's a very busy day. We've reached half an hour here. I think we only lost one match against that mono red deck, which is unfortunate because he just ended up burning our mana creatures and we were left with nothing. We didn't see our Krasis at all. We didn't see our Finale of Glory. And we did not see a Time Wiped or even a Frilled Mystic. We got to see everything else, though, here today. I think it worked really good. It's a fun deck to play, especially with the Mass Manipulation, Entrancing Melody, and then also some trickery with the Time Wipe. That's also a lot of fun. And again, we're learning just how powerful Nissa is in this meta. She absolutely dominates every deck with green in it. You would think she'd only be good in a monocolored deck, but here we have a situational 3-color deck that she absolutely rocks. So congratulations to Nissa. I think we're going to see a lot more of her as these packs start to roll out. We've got the core set coming out in less than a month, so that's quite exciting. I know I've got my pre-order in. What about you guys? You have your pre-orders in yet? I sure hope so. And as always, make sure to subscribe for your chance at winning 500,000 free gems. And definitely shoot in a like or a share if you want to help the channel grow. That's always appreciated. And yeah, wish me luck. Hopefully I don't get eaten by a bear. And we'll see you all next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.